Hello and welcome to the Chaotic Minds. I am your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase, and this is episode 6, and I am here with my co-host.
Hello, guys, girls, and squirrels. I'm Henry Montney, also known as Mayhem, the Heart's Mace.
Hello out there in internet, my peeps and noodlotties. I'm your friend Dark Trooper here to give you some much needed news in the dark, dismal times.
Alright, and we are going to kick things off today with our weather forecast of the week. Alright, so it looks like here in the Delhi Township area, we are going to be seeing some decent weather, at least for this weekend, until it will be up in the 75 on Friday. And it looks like next week we'll get up into a high of 71 on Thursday. But we can also expect over the weekend, yes, Easter Sunday and Monday, we will be having rain. Oh,
Rain, rain.
but hey, it's as they say, April showers bring May flowers.
That
We
is
can
true.
also expect rain again on Saturday the 26th.
I bet all those farmers are like, we love the rain. We love rain. Give us more free water.
But what's it like out there for you guys?
I'm sick of the cold.
Oh, yes. Cold is not fun. Not fun at all. Yeah, we've had some cold mornings, but it's actually gotten a little warmer. Supposed to go in the 30s tonight, though.
But I will be playing devil's advocate for myself. I will be bitching about the heat as well. So I'm an equal opportunity whiner. But I'm an American, damn it. I'm allowed to whine. Anyway, here is yeah, we're expecting rain, and more rain for the next from Saturday till Monday. Then gonna be rain. It's gonna be nice and toasty on Friday, and it's gonna go down, up, down, up, down, up, down. On the West Coast, uh, in Grand Haven, it's going to rain on. It's actually going to be a little cooler. It's going to be rainy on Friday. It's going to not Saturday, and then it's going to rain Monday, Sunday, and Monday. So
It's a lot of rain, y'all.
just
It's just gonna pee everywhere.
ugh.
But
But
hey, at least
everything
it'll
all
be
nice and green.
cool thing. But now, let's get into our relationship advice.
Hello. All right, we're gonna get into some relationship advice that involves friendship this time. Understanding the concept of you can be friends and still have differences within you, or differences of what you like. Hey, I like this type of anime. Okay, cool. I like this cartoon more. Remember that your differences make you what you are and why you became friends. So you have a couple similarities that just attract just right. Friendships are still a relationship in some kind of formality. It's not in relationship status and such as dating, but it's more of respect to one another. You hang out, you play games, you enjoy your time with one another. Roll dice or play video games like Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart or whatnot. When it comes to how can you say other friendship advice, if you ever have a spit spat or argument, just remember sometimes they have a hard time. They might be taking it out because you're one of their friends and they just needed to vent. They just didn't mean to take it out on you like that. Always good to be an open ear to help out your friends, let them vent, to get that anger or stress out, to aid them when they need it. Do you guys have any questions about any kind of relationship advice, such as friendship or relationships in Ochoa?
Would it be appropriate if you found your friend? When do you how would you if necessary end a friendship? How would you do it if you if it's necessary to end a friendship? And when would you know it?
All depends on the scenario for ending a friendship. I've had friendships end in the weirdest ways over texts or calls. One of my closest friends of 25 years talked, or been best buddies, wrestled, fought together, everything. Randomly just weren't friends anymore after one little thing. And sometimes that's what happens. Other friends, you gain that friendship back. I've had other friendships where drama ensued and other friends would get to a fist fight, and later on they'd be fine. 5 years later, we'd play a game and start hanging out again, or at least playing a game online or whatnot. It all really depends. If it's something over drama or political or anything else, such as, really depends on what you want to be not their friend for anymore, or you don't see the benefit. It doesn't always have to be like pro or con in that kind of way, such as money wise, but it could be like in a friendship wise, or makes you feel good. You don't always want to be with the person who always drags you down and makes you spend all your money or your time, and you're sitting there going like, do I get any entertainment out of this? Do I get any fun? No, all I get is stress out of this one person. Yes, sometimes you're helping that one person. Sometimes they need help for others. Sometimes they might be just trying to take advantage of you. So depends on which category you're talking about for ending a friendship. Usually the best bet is to just say the truth, facts, and say this is the last message I'll probably be sending you. Have a good life. I always try to end it off with a nice goodbye, because bad goodbyes, it always drags.
Alrighty. Well, good advice. And also remember, tune in each week where we'll have more and more advice, and each segment we get more and more information out, and this will be going until who knows when. Hopefully forever. But now let's get into our next bit of advice, our safety tips and scam protection.
Hello. Timing. So, for safety tips and advice, don't light fires first. Besides that, we'll come into safety tips. Make sure if you're ever in a work area, you have the proper footwear. I can't count how many times in life someone has had the wrong footwear. Yep, has wrong footwear, and they're walking around with, say, open-toed shoes, and you have to have steel toe on, and there's a reason for that. If something falls and breaks your foot right off, or takes a toe off, or all of them. Seen some bad things happen while working in heavy. Yeah. Or stepping on a nail or a screw. A screw is way worse than a nail. I'll let you know. Stepping on a screw and it ripping through is not fun.
For one time in the workplace, for anybody, no matter the rank, can yell at a higher up and tell them to get the fuck out of the shop, because we ain't having that. We're not having you go to the hospital because you're too stupid to understand the concept of closed-toed shoes.
Yeah. Or stuff dangling or hanging. Nothing against it for some of the people that do. They like to have the cool beads and dreads hanging down. You can't do that in certain workplaces. They'll get wrapped up in machinery. Seen it happen numerous times.
Hell, during the Rose of the Riveter age, get a little bit of history buff here. During the Rose of the Riveter days, you had all these gorgeous women with this beautiful, long, luscious hair and nobody told them about why you don't wear your hair down when you're in the middle of a workshop, particularly around things like, oh, I don't know, drill presses, because that's a good way of getting scalped the hard way.
Yeah, your hair ripped and pulled out. There was numerous women that had injured or worse or harmed because of such things. And same thing goes for men as well. Since they loose clothing, you gotta be very mindful of that. Sometimes it can hang, catch, pull, suck you in.
Well, nowadays with earbuds, you don't have to worry about it as much. But back in the day, with headphones with the dangly cords, it was actually told to actually stick the cord in your shirt so that cord's not there, because if that cord goes out and your head's going into that machine,
yup, it's gonna yank you right in.
But that could also still go for the earplugs. Certain places make you wear, because some of them still have cords right on them, just so that way you don't lose them. So
yes, one thing, ladies and gentlemen, one thing you have to understand: if you're working in an environment like a wood shop or any kind of shop with lots of heavy machinery, those machines do not care what's in front of them. They will continue doing their job no matter what's in there. If your head, the thing that's your fingers, your head, toes, and your arm, your leg, any part of your body, the machine doesn't care if it's there. It's going to keep doing the thing that's designed to do. And if your hand's in the way, they don't care.
Yep, and when it comes to machinery, that's 100% true. When it comes to presses or any kind of rollers, anything, the objective is it pulls in something and makes it into something else. If you're not supposed to be there, you're not supposed to be there for a reason. And the whole thing for a lockout system as well.
And
Go
also,
ahead.
one more thing. And it's the one time that I highly advise you to ignore your supervisor. If they're saying to do stuff, even though their safety measures are not in place, I would highly advise finding a new job and ignoring that boss, because I'm not putting my safety, my risk, my health, my arms, my legs, my toes, my fingers, or anything in danger, because you're too stupid to understand that there's a safety measure for a reason.
Safety first before anything.
Always pay attention and follow the instructions on the safety signs provided by your safety inspector.
Yes. All right, and back to you for DJ Thunderbait.
Get into our favorite section, one of our favorite sections here. This is our Celebrity Birthday.
All right. So we are on April 9th, guys, girls, and squirrels.
Are we?
Yeah, well, because that goes to the 16th.
Oh, we were further.
Well,
Hey,
April 16th
That's
is
where we
today.
left off on the birthday.
Yes.
Oh, we ended at April 12th.
Was it April 12th last week?
Hang on.
I think so, yeah.
No, we ended. You're right. It was April 9th. Never mind.
All right. So, yes, that's what it was. So we're going on April 10th now. April 10th is Sophie Carson, 32, TV actress.
Oh.
And
Also, I got one. Steven Seagal.
ooh, nice. Also, we have David Harbour, 50, movie actor. He is the guy from Stranger Things, and he is the Red Guardian. He does a few other things as well for
He does really
Himself.
like Red Guardian.
He does. I enjoy him as that. Guy. Okay, back to it. With Zoe Macbeth, TikTok star.
That's not
13. Wow, that kid's young and a TikTok star. Here we go. Got Jay Cook 27, the YouTube star. Got Marine Maurice 35, a country singer. We'll go to the 11th now.
Well, I got one more for the 10th. Orlando Jones,
All right.
the guy who played the professor in the Evolution movie.
We got one called Kirino Yo 25, rapper. Sorry if I shattered your name, sweetheart. I got pilot Hazy Rose. Why do I do this myself? 20 years old
You're
TV
messing.
actress. Yes, I know, right? We got Dili Alia 29, soccer player. Is it soccer or football?
Which one?
And Marcus Jones 32. All right. We're going to April 12th. Yo. We have Brandon Urie, 38, rock singer. We got Teeny Tim, 1932 to 1996, folk singer. Huh. His name really was Teeny Tim. I thought that was just for
Oh,
show.
No, that was his name.
His name was Teeny Tim. It was really a name, Teeny Tim. Oh, here's one sad.
He's dancing in the tulips.
Yep. Shannon Doherty,
He's also-
1971 to 2024, TV actress. She was in Charmed and a bunch of other stuff.
Rest in peace.
Nope, she died of cancer, sadly.
Ed O'Neill is also today. The guy who played Al Bundy in Married with Children.
Nice, nice. All right, I got another one right here. Riley Smith, 47, movie actor. Got one other was Retta, 55, TV actress. We'll go off to April 13th. Thomas Jefferson, 1743 to 1826, U.S. president.
And also Ron Perlman as well, the original Hellboy.
Wow, he lived until he was almost 80. He was
That's
77. Like,
period.
yeah, I'm saying, like, that's old for back then. Not many people lived that long back then. Oh, I got Ron Perlman, 75, movie actor. He's I loved him in a lot of different things.
He was the original Hellboy.
Yep. There's Frank Pugin, 7, dog. Oh, it's a dog TV actor thing. Okay. Ha! Glenn Howerton, 49, TV actor. Do one more for this. Why do I do this to myself every time? Kelly Giddish, 45, TV actress. April 14th. We got Peter Colletti, 67, TV actor.
Oh yeah, he's the 13th Doctor, if I remember correctly.
Yep, we got Robert Carley, 64, movie actor. Brad Garrett, 65, TV actor. Ooh, one more for this one. Skylar Samuels, 31, TV actress.
Oh, Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yep. April 15th. Emma Watson, 35, movie actress. Oh, I forgot she's younger than me.
Who Emma?
You would say Emma?
Leonardo da Vinci, 1452 to 1519. Painter.
Oh, and Seth Rogen too.
Yep.
Ooh.
Cody Christian, 30, TV actor. And yeah, Seth Rogen's 43.
Oh.
And Luke Evans, 46, movie actor. And then last is April 16th today. We'll go with Sadie Sink, 23, TV actor. Or actress.
Martin Lawrence, movie star.
60. Doesn't even look it.
Hey, all that clean living.
Charlie Chaplin, 1889 to 1977. That guy was a hoot.
Oh, genius.
Right. And then we'll go with Charlie Foy, 41, movie actress.
Two Charlies on the same day.
And then Vicky Guerrero, 57, wrestler.
Oh, I just won.
Yeah. Yep. All right, and that'll be it for the celebrity birthdays.
All right. You said that was
DJ Thunderbase.
okay. So we already all caught up then. The 16th.
Oh yeah, we got all caught up for that for now. Unless there's any other special birthdays you want to pull up yourselves.
Nope.
All right, then let's head into our next section. Our war room.
Hello, my fellow mystery brother. Tonight, I thought we would do something special. I just recently found out about this one musical called Epic, which I'm rather enjoying. It's very good, a very good musical, and I feel it's going to be a really big thing. So, in honor of that, I thought we would talk about a very particular special goddess named Athena. The goddess of wisdom, the Greek goddess of wisdom and warfare. Now, this goddess is probably one of the more even-tempered of the Greek gods. She's not known for her rash decision-making. She's always calculating and always scheming. But she is the patron saint of ancient Athens, so much so that they actually made a huge statue of her out of gold, ivory, and marble. It is called the Athena Parthenos. But unfortunately, the statue disappeared shortly after the invasion of Rome, of the Romans back in the way.
The Roman Empire.
Her animal is the owl. Understandable.
Did she use a spear and a shield as her main weapons?
And a helmet. She is actually the daughter of Zeus and Metis. Funny story about that. She was not actually born the traditional way. You see, Zeus, being the man whore that he is, likes to go sleeping around, and well, his wife doesn't like that. The goddess Hera. So one day him and Metis were getting it on. Hera found out about it. Zeus actually inhaled her into himself, and by doing so, he got a very bad headache one day. So bad, in fact, it was crippling. So he ordered Hephaestus, the god of the forge, to crack his skull, take his mighty hammer, and crack his skull and twine. And then Athena was born, in full battle armor, out of his skull. So she was literally born of thought.
I just wonder if it would have kept happening and they didn't crack his skull, would he have died?
Well,
Would she have?
no, because they're Greek gods and they can't die.
Okay, his head just would have exploded. She would have appeared, and then it would have grew back, and he would have been like, "Ow!"
Yeah, pretty much. Athena is also known for inventing the olive tree. It was actually a contest between her and Poseidon to get the patron of
Well,
Athens.
that works for now.
Poseidon gave them this bullshit saltwater spring, which is like, why do we want this? No, go away. And Athena gave them the olive tree. But of course, she also had her temper. Athena was challenged to a weaving contest. She is also the goddess of crafts. She was challenged by a weaving contest by a lady called Arachne, and she lost. No, I think she won, but she cursed Arachne to become a spider monster, and that's how the original Arachne people became to be. And I think I'll call it quits there because there's way too much to just talk about in the few minutes we have. So go back to you, DJ Thunderbase.
Well, I have some questions for you, like about that.
Sure, go ahead.
I wondered,
Yeah, we still have time.
what was the initial argument that started the fight for those two? Was it just a conversation? Was it an argument? Was it over?
With which two? Athena and Arachne?
Yes.
Arachne was very arrogant. She was very boastful about her skill. Like she now let's get this frank. She was a very skilled weaver. But she bragged too much that she said, "Oh, I'm so good. I'm better than Athena." And Athena was like, "Excuse me." And so they challenged each other. And I forget if she won or lost. Some say she won. They lost. I don't remember off the top of my head. But she was cursed for her arrogance. That she thought that she was better than a goddess. So now she's the mother of spiders.
Wow, that got dark quick.
Yeah. Most Greek mythologies do. But there's oftentimes a lesson. It's like, mind your P's and Q's because you don't know who might be listening.
Right. And don't let your ego dictate what your actions do. Don't physically betray your own ego.
I heard enough.
But let's get into a new topic.
Come on.
For those that enjoy gaming, or for those that enjoy news about games, love hearing about what's new and upcoming, or just love reminiscing, it's game time.
Oh, where to begin?
Let's start off with an old school game and go to a new school game.
All right.
I would like to start off with one of my all-time favorites. You know what? I'll start with an original first that I started off with when I first played was Legends of Zelda.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a good game. That was a good 2D game. I've never actually played the original Zelda, but I I knew a cheat code where you could actually just go bypass it to go right to the end.
I beat the game at 3 years old, sitting with my dad. He helped me, but still beat. But nonetheless, the other game I beat at 3 was Mario Brothers 3. That was fun.
No, my favorite Mario game will always be Mario 2, Yoshi Island, when they first introduced Yoshi.
The hardest game to beat that I ever played was Looney Tunes Adventures. Literally one of the hardest games to play. If you did not perfectly match everything exact, you die every time. It was insane. But my favorite was Conker's Bad Fur Day for Nintendo 64. That's a good classic of old days.
Yeah. My favorite is
Right,
if I was talking PlayStation, it was Tiny Tank. That was the game. That was a real fun
Battle
game.
Tanks for me. 64, Battle Tanks. You ever played Nintendo 64 Battle Tanks?
No, I didn't have a 64.
Oh, great for co-op. Super fun for playing co-op and everything. There's a story that you can play, and me and my dad used to play all the time. He would drive this one that was called the Goliath, this giant, powerful tank that would just one hit almost everything. And I would use this medium tank. It was called the Flippy. And it was like a double rotor tank on each side wheels, and it would flip around and boost. So I just start spinning around you and blasting you with this one cannon, just go boom, 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 and just in a circle. It's hard to get. I loved it. We went through and beat the game numerous times, but sometimes games would glitch and tanks would summon outside the walls, so you'd have to find a nuke in the game and blow everything up in the game. It was insane. Like it would give you a countdown, everything, everybody's running and freaking out, and then everything just goes and just you just see it just white, yellow, nothing. It's the only way to take it out.
In
Another good old one would be Sonic Adventure off of Sega games.
Super Smash Bros. The originals.
Oh yeah, I was really fun though. For the newer gamer stuff, in Space Marine 2, there's coming up a new update for update number 7. They are including a new map, more weapons, more colors, and very excited for particularly for you fans of Space Wolves, brand new skins, armor sets, and weapon skins, and they look sick.
Do you get Terminator armor at all yet?
Not yet, but they did add a new classification called the Chaplain. They brought the Chaplain.
I would love to play a Chaplain though, but they should allow you to play a Dreadnought.
No, they don't. You get to be friends with one though, but you don't get to play one.
I just say, like, at the end of the game, something happens and like it makes it so you have to pretty much get like so messed up. Everybody freaks out, and it shows a surgery scene cut or something like that, and then it shows you wake up, and then you're like, oh, and then everything turns on, and you're just like, wait, and you look down and you're missing your arms and your legs, and everything's all wires and hooked up, and it's just your chest and head, and you're like, what happened? And you just start flashing back to the explosion and come back and, oh shit, I'm a Dreadnought. You know what? For the Emperor, and just start going in.
In more recent news as well, for you Xbox people for the Xbox Pass, there's more games coming out in the next couple of weeks. Modern Warfare 2, the newer one that came out in 2020. It's coming out for free on Xbox Pass on May 1st.
I used to have Xbox Live and stuff. I missed it. It was fun. I used to play all the time. I think my favorite game to play with everybody to play with was Destiny.
Yeah, it was fun.
I loved playing that game. Me and James here, one of my buddies in the studio with me. we played that game religiously almost every night with our crew. It was like a team of 5 or 6 and come in and just ruin people. And I was Hearts Mace as my Mayhem Hearts Mace. I have my 3 characters. My main one, though, is my Titan. And I did the Nia justice every time when it came to Crucible. Just I was always either first, second, or third in that game, and no one could touch me half the time. Shotgun and knee. Also, this customization, the colorations, armor, it'd be all purple. You get to fly with the cool flyers and do things. Like, I missed that game. That was fun. 2 was okay, but they ruined it with 2. They should have just kept adding on to 1. Kept their promise, like they said. After they did that, I just got upset with them. And I haven't played since, really. I jumped on once or twice. People knew who I was, begged for me to play. I played a few places for them, and then I was like, all right, I'm getting off, guys. And haven't been on it since. It's like that meme.
So, what games are you guys currently playing?
For me right now, the game that I have been currently playing, and mostly just in actual Dungeons and Dragons D&D tabletop, but Mario Kart for the Nintendo Switch, also DC Universe Online for the Switch. I've been playing that a lot. I love that. Actually, DDR, Dance Dance Revolution for the PlayStation 2. My wife rebought that, got it all set up, and we've been playing with the kid. And
Good cardio.
Yeah, my leg is a lot stronger now. I can do things. I'm just not going to hop too much.
Yeah.
Then also Twisted Metal. Oh man, I love Twisted Metal. Anybody, you guys remember Twisted Metal at all?
Yeah, I remember it. I only played a little bit, but I never got very far. But I do remember it. It was a good concepts and good ideas and good storylines for the characters.
DJ Thunderbase, what is your favorite game from back in the day? As a blast from the past. I'd love to know the
That's what I was going to
studio.
say earlier is Sonic Adventure from the Sega game.
What's it called?
Sonic Adventure.
Oh, Sonic Adventures.
The original Sonic?
Yeah.
Have you ever played the Sega Saturn Sonic 3D Blast?
No, I played the Dreamcast Sonic.
I have it. If next time we all chill, I'll let you play it, dude. It's 3D World style Sonic.
Nice.
And boy, howdy, is it hard.
The Sonic I played was also a 3D World style. It was just on the Dreamcast.
This one I love because the weather would actually affect how you would move, walk around, slide, or roll around, everything. If it was icy, you were sliding.
Yeah, Sonic Adventures is where you first got to meet Shadow, though.
Yeah, this one didn't have it. It was Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails. That was it.
Yep.
My
favorite one is the Adventures where you first get to meet Shadow.
I like the one where Sonic turns to a werewolf.
Nice. But one of the games I'm currently very much playing is Phantasy Star Online 2, New Genesis. It's actually quite a fun game. It's an open world MMORPG where you basically play a character that has landed on this random planet that's being attacked by aliens, and you basically have to go join up with the resistance force and help them defend their planet against the incoming alien invasion.
I'm currently playing Alan Wake. I'm replaying Alan Wake 2. I really enjoyed the game. It's a really good connection to the original game, and I'm just having a blast. It's suspenseful, it's action packed, and it's lots of fun stuff.
You like those spooky games?
I do like those spooky games. I like survival horror more than I like Outlast. I can't do Outlast.
A game that I thought was fun? Dying Light. James got me hooked on it. I was playing that. It's like you're like living for real, running around, parkouring. Like I love that you can fight back. I hate games where you have a horror game that you can't fight back. Like I love Resident Evil.
Play that during the day.
I like Resident Evil, but Resident Evil 1 through like 2 and 3, like I didn't like the whole step pause fire. 4 was kind of like a 2, but once 5 and 6, like 6 is one of my favorites. Just ran, slide, fire, move around. I could fight back. I used to play online and I was really good. And me and James, good tag team stuff, and then other games. Army of Two. I think that one.
Oh God, I love Army too.
I have that. We always play that whenever.
But at this moment, let's get into our local news and upcoming events. So, in local news here, we have protests going out at the Lansing Capitol in support for Black maternal health. Apparently, there's been some issues going on with Black mothers, and this is a protest, I guess, against the
what?
From the looks of it, they're just looking for health equality or equity.
All right, so also an upcoming new we have in Lincoln Park, we have the Memorial Day Parade, May 18th, 1 p.m. Anybody would like to show up and support and cheer on or anything for the crowd, it would be much appreciated and respected. Also another news.
You can also catch me out at Turner Park in Old Town Lansing, Michigan for a pop-up concert.
With this guy.
However, also be on the lookout. Seems to be a shoplifting
in that general direction
in Lansing. There was a shoplifting incident in Lansing, and they're asking people to keep on the lookout. If they a African American male, curly Afro-ish hair, and a mustache and goatee, wearing a gray T-shirt and sunglasses hanging from his T-shirt. They are in looks of him as the main suspect for a robbery happening in Lansing just today. So if you have any information, reach out to the Bailey County Police at 517-485-1700. Again, that's 517-485-1700.
Wowzer. I did not know. Wow, people.
Wow, this is getting even worse. In local yesterday on April 16th at 11:22, there was a post about a Westland Dispatch hears a gunshot over a call for a murder suicide.
Oh, that's messed up.
A couple found dead in a Wayne County home.
That just happened.
Yeah. So apparently, I just Googled it up. Apparently, the police say that they received a 911 call just before 7:30 p.m. on Tuesday, April 15th, from a man who said he heard gunshots. His girlfriend, he had shot his girlfriend and was going to shoot himself. Oh,
jeez.
Oh, and then he did it.
Yeah, then he did it. During the 911 call, the dispatcher reportedly hearing heard a gunshot, and then silence on the open line of afterwards. The first responders rushed to the house. Locals, Sterling Heights Street, just west of Palmer, and Jackson Hokes Road intersection was forced their way inside. Well, I'm not going to read the whole fucking thing. Anyway, that's pretty crappy.
Well, we're going to go from something bad to something good. Wow, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Also, later on in June, Downriver Comic and Collection Show.
Ooh.
For the Hands of City presents. Saturday, June 7th, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Sunday, June 8th to 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It'll be at the Lincoln Park High School Gymnasium. It'll be 701 Champaign Lincoln Park High School. And also there'll be a special guest for Bill Morrison. Also, the Gray Mercenary Knights will be there for their performances in combat, as well as DJ Thunderbass for his specialized music.
Yes.
Also, there will be the comics at Oasis there, the Big Brain Comics, as well as comic book Battle Universe.
Oh.
Oh yes, and also there will be a costume contest for 16 and up and 15 and under, both for $100 prize for both for whoever wins.
Wow.
Ooh.
So bring out your best costumes. You might be a winner.
May the best costume win for Lincoln Park.
But at this moment, let's get a move on into our last segment of the evening as we get into our political chat.
James.
Well, I think we should talk about what the continuing going on with the gentleman from Maryland, the father from Maryland, who keeps the Trump administration is absolutely refusing to bring back to the States. You know,
What did he do wrong?
He was illegally deported in that mass sweep in I think 2 months ago. And but the problem is that he had paperwork that said he could not be deported, but they're claiming that he's a gang member. But the Trump administration is claiming that he was a gang member. I forget which one.
Well, didn't he not join and he ran away?
No, he actually was forced to join, but he actually chose to run away.
Okay, well, if he already chose to run away and state that he is not a gang member anymore because he was forced into it, then he should be okay. Like it'd make more sense of like, hey, here's my plead. At least put me against like, the jury and let them vote and let them decide.
But that's the problem, Henry, is that Donald Trump and his administration have absolutely refused to allow due process. He just literally took these 200 people, threw them on a plane, and sent them off to El Salvador, to a foreign gulag. And the problem is this man, he didn't do anything wrong. He was a union man. He was a family man. They literally picked him up he literally got arrested in front of his daughter for no other reason from the fact that he was Venezuelan or El Salvadorian or wherever it was.
Wow. And, that's not right at all. That's messed up. They shouldn't have done that.
Oh, no. Here you go. According to Google, the administration has defended the deportation by the press, according to him, that he was a member of the MS-13 gang and U.S. designated terrorist organization. But the problem is he wasn't. He wasn't even part of the group.
If he was part of the group, then yes, but he wasn't. If he wasn't part of the group, then no. And I don't believe he actually was, because what you're stating of him being a union man, how the hell are you a union man if you were a part of the gang? No. He earned his keep where he was, taking care of his family. Where's the track record of him being in this gang? Like, if there's proof, that's one thing, but it sounds like there's no proof of that.
No, he was. No, the problem is he was, according to the Google, on March 19th, he was subject to transportation to the Baltimore field office to process without incident. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
He was he a citizen?
Shouldn't he be declared a citizen, or is he working his way through citizenship in any way? Or
no,
like
he was actually married to a citizen, so that gives him that
citizenship.
Technically gives him certain level of
citizenship. That gives him citizenship right there. Marriage to somebody from another or from this country. Like,
but that's the problem, Henry, is that that Donald Trump is not taking the time to do due process. No, the problem is
checking.
No, the problem,
Yeah.
the problem is that he is absolutely ignoring the Constitution. Due process is hardwired into the Constitution. I forget which one it is, but and he cannot just literally point at somebody and say, "Hey,
The
I
right
want
to
this
due
guy out,
process.
get him gone."
Yes.
No, he can't
Yeah.
do that. And
You're supposed to. You're supposed to due process. You're supposed to. Now that's something that That's the thing that I'm a little upset about with him. Like, I voted for Trump. I do like him in certain ways. He's still better than Biden in any way. But the problem is he is moving too fast. He's not checking these things. Like, you need to check your stuff before you sign it. You yourself, not just this guy that's standing next to you that you believe. Even if it was one of my closest friends, I'm still going to double check it. I'm still going to ask, like, hey, what does this mean? What does this word mean here in this? And like, he's moving too fast and stuff. Like, I don't respect that part. Like, he needs to work a little smarter. Steady and slow is the way to go. Moving too fast makes mistakes. Then you have to double back.
But you know what the funny thing is? The Trump administration, this is breaking news today, is being held in criminal contempt of court.
See,
Donald Trump and the administration I don't think it's Donald Trump personally. His administration is being held in criminal contempt.
I can see it more that way. I think that he's more being played as the fall boy for some of it and the puppet. Like, because he loves his aggro. He loves getting his attention to the right spot to make it so you're like, look at this, don't pay attention to this, because he actually does do good things. But the people behind him, some are doing the shady thing like they did the last time he was running. If people forgot, the only reason he had problems last time was he did not put the right people in the right spots. He trusted the wrong people. If you're going to go into something like that into politics, you need to go in strong with the right people you can trust. Sometimes a yes man is only saying yes things at a time until it's the right thing. You got to double check people. I want a man sometimes to correct me. And so when I run in my guild, and I run not just for like a left or a right, I run for the center. I run for us. I run for the people, of the people, by the people, for the people, of the Purple People Party. Like, I run for that. Like, the concept of it. The sheer fact is he shouldn't be doing that kind of stuff like this. Like, the process, the concept of, we need that. You need the understanding of what it is, the yin and yang, the cause and effect working together. And what happens when you work together? You get this. You get something better. There's more people in the center than there are people on the left and right, and it's irritating when he's getting people that are trying to purposely sabotage the whole country just to make one person or a couple people look bad. And
or to make a buck.
Yes, or to make some extra cash or something. This is, to me, that's irritating. I don't like that. Like, I know how it works when it comes to that, because here's the face. There's the things running behind it, what's really going on, and some of those people not doing their job right. If they did things correct and they did do the due process, they did check the people, check all the balances. You need a checklist. If you don't have a checklist, how the hell are you going to do this?
And that's also the biggest thing is that Donald Trump literally has no plan. He's doing all this destruction, all this chaos, all this thing, and he has no plan.
He had a plan. He did his plan. It's done now. Now he's just kind of going off on a whim.
Yeah, and you can't have that. I mean, the Congress has a bill in the workings to limit his ability to just make tariffs out of whim. But the problem is that it's not going to go anywhere.
Tariffs. Yeah, go ahead.
The problem is if let's say it's thought experiment. Let's say hypothetically it did make it through Congress, it did make it through the Senate. Donald Trump's just going to veto it. So it's just like, because he's not going to say, oh yeah, I'll give you the right to take over power of my power, because that's not what dictators do.
No, He's not exactly a dictator. He just more of doesn't know the full fundamentals, and he has the wrong people backing him in the wrong
No,
way.
no, he's dictator light.
That yes, but a lot of people are sadly when you give anybody power, you see who's really who by when you give him power. Uh, like I said, he does do some things, yes, that do lead to it, but he also does do other things. He's not full. Like you could see if there's a bar or a meter, he'd be like pushing that bar, but he's not there yet.
Yeah.
A couple steps, yes, you were 100% right in a couple steps. If he's a few more steps, yeah, he'll be completely be that. Hopefully not. As for the tariff stuff, though, I've looked up the stuff from the past with it. When there was tariffs, we actually flourished really well to a certain point because we focused on our own country. We need to focus on our own country again.
Yeah, but those are like reasonable tariffs, like
Yeah,
1,
these
2,
yeah,
3%. Not
even then some that were like 30 or 40% still were for certain reasons or such because of war or difficulties
Russia.
of trade or weather or channels or piracy.
But not 50, 40, 100
or 100. Yeah, I agree. That is a little too much for all of them because everybody from different directions are trying to do this as this kind of trade war. All they're doing is screwing the people that are in the middle, such as what we talked about.
The working class.
Yeah, a hard working class that just want to get their stuff and do their thing and be happy because they're the ones making all the gears function and run for all these machines. They want this stuff to keep going. How's it going to keep going if we're not, happy? We're going to fall apart.
And that's one of the biggest oxymorons is like you see all of these rich people who are saying, I want to make money. I like money. I like this. But it's like, but then you don't take care of the workers who make you that money. It doesn't make any sense. Like, for example, with Amazon. Amazon is a classic example of shooting yourself in the foot.
Oh, yeah. I can personally agree for that because I worked for them for about 3 years on and off.
And
3 different facilities, and it was a nightmare.
They have a bad reputation of screwing over their workers for no reason, because it's like you want when you have workers like
all 3 times I did. I got screwed over all 3 times. Technically 4 times.
What makes it even better is that when Canada actually passed laws in Canada and they actually able to get to unionize, you know what Amazon did? They fired over almost 2,000 people just because they unionized.
That's like, what they do.
Absolutely no sense.
They do that. Tax benefit and the profit only. They do not actually care about you. I worked for them. They said all this stuff about they care about you. They love you. They take care of your families. Turn right around, stab you in the back. They promise you a 20-year career at least and then retirement right after. They'll fire you in a couple of years after they use you like crazy. The second you do one thing wrong or anything, you don't even have to do anything wrong. I had to go through a case where I had to go through a lawsuit with them, and I won, and it pissed them off that me and my wife were the only people, like one of the only people that got our money back from them trying to make it so we couldn't get our unemployment and try to starve our family.
Like John Oliver did an episode of just talking about Amazon, the working conditions in Amazon. Do you know they actually one of their machines punctured a canister of bear mace, and instead of closing the building down, letting it air out over the day, they said, "Oh no, just get back to work."
All right. Well, at this point, it is time for our closing comments. Actually, so
tune in on Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our D&D campaign. Our Dungeon Master, the Hearts Mace, this guy right here.
You were pointing at me, the other direction.
Yeah,
you're pointing the other direction, right? Mayhem the Hearts Mace, me.
So Henry, being our DM, what is our campaign this week?
This campaign this week is going right back into the Drunken Dragon Brawlers. Level 10, people.
And we will have a new intro as well.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see if you guys can help the Princess of Elements, Princess Ophelia, from being an evil queen ruler or a good queen ruler. It's up to you guys to train her right.
That sounds super exciting. So be there or be square.
All right. And with that, we would like to say thank you for joining us this evening. And don't forget to tune in next week, same time, same place, for another part of the Chaotic Mind. Once again, I'm your host, Devontae Ewing, aka DJ Thunderbase.